Hi, I'm Laura Flanders of The Laura Flanders Show, where I interview the best thinkers and doers of our time. On TV, the show premieres Sundays at 11:30 Eastern on PBS World and at the Laura Flanders Show YouTube channel. You can join my guests and me every week there in the live viewing party, and then catch us all week on public television stations. Prefer to listen? Find us on a radio station near you or subscribe to the free podcast. You'll find listings and ways to subscribe at lauraflanders.org. That's also where you'll receive my regular commentaries. I call them the F word. Here's this week's. Sometimes the good people win. And that's just what happened June 22nd in Buffalo, New York, when community organizer, working mom, and self-described socialist India Walton won the Democratic primary to stand as mayor in that Democratic town. I met India for the first time several years ago when she and her neighbors were starting the first community land trust in Buffalo, a nonprofit designed to give residents of their historically black community some control over their land. Not long after, I took a camera crew up there to interview Walton and produced a half-hour documentary on a city whose activists had transforming not only policy, but also city politics keenly on their mind at that time. I think that now is the time when we challenge who should be making policies, Walton told me then, standing small but mighty in a salmon-colored dress and headband, overlooking the empty lot where in the following year several gleaming single-family homes appeared. Walton is strong. That much was obvious. At 14, she became pregnant with her first child and started work. To avoid a future of bottom-dollar wages, she pursued a GED, which she was earning when her twins were born premature. Training and becoming a nurse in the same neonatal intensive care or NIC unit that saved her kids, she soon realized that the hospital that employed her was also in the process of sprawling into the neighborhood, pricing out the local community, and that's what prompted her to found the Fruit Belt Community Land Trust. Walton's persuasive. She successfully convinced city officials to donate land to the trust and promise resources. Being able to persuade your representatives good, she said. But what if local people represented themselves? It doesn't always have to be a person with a degree in political science or lawyer, Walton told me then, sitting on a stoop down the block from the trust. Moms know what we need. Nurses know what we need. Everyday people who live these lives and face challenges and overcome challenges, I believe, are the ones best equipped to lead. Could it be a NIC unit nurse? I asked her cheekily on that stoop. It could definitely be a NIC unit nurse, and probably should be, she answered. Walton launched her campaign for office on the day our show about her aired on public television in Buffalo last September. Now she's poised to be Buffalo's next mayor, the first woman, the first nurse, the first socialist of a big U.S. city in decades. Watch out, she warned election night. This victory is the first of many. Adding, if you're an elected official right now, you're being put on notice. We're coming. If you missed our show, you can watch our feature on making Buffalo our city at our YouTube channel. Just search Laura Flanders and Buffalo. And if your local public television or local radio station's not yet one of the 270 or so that's carrying our program, ask them to add it to their schedule. We have more stories like Walton's coming every week. More information at lauraflanders.org. And thanks.